In this video, we are finally going to be completing the boss hunts inside of King Legacy. So if you don't know, once you get to C3, there is 4 different bosses that can spawn. They added these like 2 updates ago. And these bosses have a huge amount of items they can drop. From super rare materials to even more rare weapons and armor. And we're going to finally be getting all of it. All of the armor, all the weapons, minus 1 armor set, which you have to craft. You'll see in the video. But we are finally doing it, and that does include the Dragon Fang. It's going to take a lot of work. We fight over 100 bosses in this video, so if you haven't already and you do enjoy this video, please drop a quick like and subscribe. It is free, and it does help out the channel. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, it's been a while since I've done this part of the game. Well, you know, seriously, I did a bunch of it when I was doing the stuff in this update, which like almost every single progression in the new update requires you to fight the bosses. But it's been like 7 months since I've like seriously fought these guys. So I think it's finally time for us to get the rest of the items, or at least most of them, because I'm optimistic, but not that optimistic. Jesus. And the main reason why we're doing it now is for 2 reasons. First of all, I think they fixed part of the bugs where the bosses just don't randomly spawn. Plus, I have a theory on why they still sometimes don't spawn, which I'll say in a second. But the second reason is that they added this bad boy to the game. Now, this thing's really, really cool. And if you notice what it is, it's a timer. The timer correlates with the time for when the boss spawns. So, you know, people without log poses can now see when bosses spawn, which is really nice. And in addition, it has an image of the boss that's gonna spawn, which is gonna be so helpful. No more redundant, like, squid bosses, which I will be ignoring. I will not be fighting any squids unless I, like, join one mid-fight, because I need no drops from them. The squids are useless. The only thing they can really drop is Kraken's ink, which I don't really think I need much of, and I could also just trade for it. So I'll trade for it rather than grind for it. The other 3 bosses, though, I do need a lot of. You can decrease this timer too by offering it fruit, and apparently if you offer it epic or legendary fruits, it will change the boss that's gonna spawn, but not if the timer's red. If the timer's red, then it won't let you change it. So I will be definitely utilizing this feature a ton. Okay, now 2 things. I think the reason why bosses sometimes don't spawn is literally because it's when I join a server where it already says the set sail. I need to join servers where there's like 2 minutes remaining till the boss spawns. The boss always spawns then. It always does. So it could just be broken in a way to where like new players can't spawn the boss if they're like new to the server. And the second thing is, I'm going to go ahead. Let me teleport Doc 1. Let me trade my alt account here. One of the great many accounts I have prepared from old videos. And oh, can I trade this? No, it's not tradable. Dang it. I'm going to give it my crustacean armor. For one reason only. They're worth a lot. And you can only have 1. And we will be fighting crab bosses, at least for a portion of this video. I hope we can get the sword drop from him, because it's the only thing we need from him. There we go. I no longer have crab armor. Instead, I'll either use Abyssal or I'll use floppy glasses. But crab armor sells for a ton, even though it's a lot less than when I bought my original one. At least I think it is. I haven't looked at the value, but I do know it's like the most expensive hat that's tradable. But I don't want to like get one and not be able to keep it. And I want to sell it. So that'll be part of the video, I guess. Now, there is one thing. There is technically a pity system here where I can craft most of the items I don't have. Now, it's mainly just the weapons. And as you can see, I have none of them. I do not have the Fangs. I do not have the Slayer. And I do not have the Crab Axe. But they're all so expensive. All requiring Dragon Bones and Dragon Fangs, which is so dumb. Except for this Steel Knight armor, which I don't have either. And I can only get it via crafting. I don't even really know if I want to get this item, because I know it's not good. I'd much rather use the crafting materials themselves to upgrade my Abyssal Tyrant armor, which is actually a better crab armor. But it is quite expensive. I might just upgrade it now. Should I upgrade it now? I get 5% more health. It costs the Dragon Fang, and they're so rare. Whatever. Let's do it. I need 2 more for the second upgrade. I need 1 more, technically. I need 2 more, the pearls. It's so expensive, but it is so worth it, because it is actually the best hat in the game if you upgrade it. I'll use it. I need the extra health and dodges and stuff so I can avoid PvPers, mainly. So I can run. One last thing. Here is my beginning stats for the video. Here's how many of each boss I've killed. Not a whole lot. My goal is to hopefully get these all up to 100. That's probably going to take a long time, though, so we'll see. My main goal, though, is to get all the items. Hopefully we can get them all. I think I'm missing, like, every single drop from this guy, and I'm missing like 1 drop each from the other 2. Alongside materials, of course. It's gonna be fun. Yes, and for those who watched last video, I hired a bunch of unpaid interns that I'm gonna pay to do some boring grinding for me. And this is the last guy I gotta pay, so there we go. Brilliant. All right, let's go grind. Okay, and here's our first boss. This one, we're needing both the axe, which is the main drop we want, and the armor would be nice too. I mean, to be entirely honest, I think the crab meat's also good, but I think I can trade for it. I honestly don't remember. And I'll just keep sniping it with Ember Piercer. Maximum effort. And okay, got some crab meat, but nothing else. That's not too bad for a first kill. Carrot Mafia still goes strong, like a year later. I actually have uses for those two now, which is nice. And here we go, an Abyssal Tyrant. Probably the single most annoying boss in the set that I need to fight. But it is incredibly important because I need that Riptide Slayer. I think it's the only thing from this I need. I already have the armor. So unironically, after I get this weapon, I'm never going to fight this boss again. Outside of like quest requirements. And nope, we got Seeking Blood and Dragon Scale though. Alright, and here's another Abyssal. Let's see, no drops, dang it. I love this feature. Instead of waiting for 10 minutes for it to be a Kraken, which has been so many servers. I've joined so many servers where it's like 5 minutes till spawn, and it's a Kraken, which I don't need. Instead, I can sit here for 10 minutes and get a guaranteed boss that I want to fight. Very nice. But here we go, another one of these guys. I also swapped over to my dopey glasses because it increases my damage so much, especially because I'm only using this one attack. Nothing. And okay, here is the crab. My drops I'm eating are 2.25 and like a 3%. Across the 2 bosses we fought so far. Not very good odds if I had to say so myself. And nothing. Dang it. Okay, here's another crab. And no drops. Crab time. And nothing. Brilliant. And here's our first one of our good friend, the Inferno King. We need a 4% cape, a 0.8% chance fangs, and both the bones and the fang drop is also welcomed. Let's see if we get lucky. I have literally nothing from this boss except for materials. Please! Dang it, nothing. Here's another Tyrant. Of course, this one doesn't have much health left. Do we even get credit? Come on, do we get it? No, we got credit, but no drops. Dang it. Another Tyrant. For some reason, I remember Tyrants being hard to find, but this is actually giving me a lot of Tyrants today. Let's see. No drops. What the heck is with this server? How are there 2 bosses? Okay, I think what it is the dragon's bugged. It's just the crab. This is also a random join server, so I was not expecting this at all. Please! Nothing. Okay, we got another dragon to fight. And, okay, we got a fortune tail. Dang it. Time to kill this tyrant. Nothing. Crab. Nothing. Crab. And, nope, nothing. Another crab. And nothing from it. And here is a tyrant. This is a fully like white and cyan tyrant. This one looks really cool. He's also like in the air for some reason. They can see like the whole thing. Well, let's see. Do we get anything? Dragon scales. Cool. At least it's something. Tyrant Slayer. My boy. Let's see. Nothing. Another tyrant. I love how ever since the addition of the Phoenix being good and actually dealing a decent amount of damage with just one ability, instead of herds of dragons around the bosses, now we have herds of phoenixes. Now, of course, occasionally you find the group of dragons that are killing one. And Seeking Blood. Here's another crab. Nothing. Dragon. Let's see. Come on, give it to us. Nothing at all. Here's another tyrant. Come on, tyrant, give us your sword so I can be done fighting you, maybe. Would be nice. And oh no, come on. It gave me the armor. I hate that so much. I wish it gave you something for getting a duplicate. That's so annoying. I also hate that comment they have on there. Just like, how lucky that you got it. Because it's low-key condescending reading that every time you get something you already had. But here is an Inferno King. I hope I can repeat that 1% drop I just got to get the fangs. And just dragon scales. And here's a tyrant I just joined. Think I got credit? I did, and I got like every single drop except for the Slayer. Brilliant. Another dragon. Please. Something. Nothing at all. Awesome. Here's a crab. Nothing though from it. Here is another dragon. Come on. Dragon scales. Cool. Another tyrant. Give me the sword. That's not a sword. Here's a dragon. Nothing from it. Another tyrant. Please. No, nothing again. Okay, here's another dragon. Oh! Let's go. We got an item. We got the last accessory. We got the cape. Oh, that's actually quite good, too. Finally a drop. This is my first drop from those guys in a long time, too. Let's equip it. Let's look at it. There's the cape. Finally. Well, just out of curiosity, what does it want to upgrade? I'm guessing these. Yeah. Why doesn't everything require dragon fangs? They're so expensive. But yeah, that cape's good, especially if you're doing like a mixed build. Well, here's another dragon. Yeah, that was a 4% drop. Let's see. This is the boss we need the most because we need those fangs and bones and nothing. Here's an Abyssal Tyrant, and we get dragon scales from it. And just to prove my point, this server right here, I joined it when it already said set sail, and no one can spawn it. It only happens if you're in the server, like after it says set sail. You have to like do it right when it says to go set sail. Otherwise, it just doesn't spawn. Crab, and nothing from it. And okay, first server of my second day doing this. And we're starting with an Abyssal. Let's see, come on, give it to us. Dragon scales, better than nothing. Here's another tyrant. Oh, let's go, we got it. Yes, let's go, the Riptide Slayer. Okay, let's see, how many kills did that take? 44. So it took 44 kills for me to get both drops, including 2 of the accessory, which I'm kind of mad about still. But let's go, we finally got it. I'm very curious though, before we use it, let me guess, it takes dragon bones yet again. Oh, it doesn't. It's actually quite cheap. I need shark fins though if I were to do it. I'm not though. I don't think I'm going to use the sword. Let's see what it does though. We have Tidal Explosion or Z. Nothing behold if you let go. Oh, okay. That's cool. Then we have Riptide Striker X, which is a slash attack. Let's go. That is awesome. I love the aura it gets too. And we have Hockey on. That's awesome. Ooh, a dragon. Okay, another Inferno King. We're needing the 0.8 drop from this, my lord. Unironically, though, the fangs and bones would be better. So I can either craft or upgrade my one hat that I want to use. Nothing. Grab. And nothing. Dragon. Scales. Another dragon. More scales. Another dragon. Nothing. Crab. And I just got the Killmonger title. I accidentally just killed someone, so sorry about that, but he also didn't accept my party. Oh, he's also a bot, I'm realizing, because he's just teleporting to the boss. 300 player kills. Cool. That was my 300th kill, like ever. Or at least since they added titles. Nothing. Dragon. Scales. Crab. Fortune tail. Dragon. Dragon scales. Crab. Nothing. Another dragon. Nothing. Another dragon. Dragon scales. Another dragon. Nothing. Crab. Nothing. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. And hey, we got Dragon Fang and a Sky Reaper. Nice. We got 2 of those now. And here's another dragon right after. I'll use the bones in a second. And scales. Now, let me see. Would it be worth it if I got more pearls? I'd get closer. I'll keep an eye out for pearls and pick them up when I can. But I might be better off just saving them in case I need to make the Dragon Fangs. I'd like not to, though. Especially because of this armor existing. Also needing the fangs. Also, I should note, because I don't record everything I do, when I got the Dragon Fang drop, the material, I got PvP'd by another 10 million who dropped ally and immediately tried to one-shot combo me. The dude was no match for my mink speed, though. Even if I was willing to PvP, if you drop ally during a world boss to PvP someone, especially if you're using a one-shot combo, you're dumb. That's all I have to say about that. Nothing. Dragon. And dragon scales. Dragon. And nothing. Crab. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. And another dragon. I joined this one super late. Can I still get credit with like 3 barrages? That'd be nice. I got credit. Nice, but no drops. Crab. Terror of the Tides title, but nothing else. Another dragon. Nothing. And wow. Okay. How did I get 19k? Okay, that's on you. I've sent my allies out. Also, how did I get that? Because I'm like almost done with my timer. I'm so confused. I think the guy hit me like 45 seconds ago, then died on his own, and I got credit. Crab. I got crab meat. Crab meat. And here we go. Last boss of the day. Another crab. And nothing. Awesome. And just real quick, because I forgot to test the damages on this thing. How much damage does my Riptide Slayer deal? My Z attack does 16.8k. And the X attack does 16.1. That isn't too bad because both those attacks have like a lot of range because you can do like this. Like that is nice, and so is this. Not a bad sword. Glad we got it. Okay, first boss of the next day. And oh, we got Dragon Bone. That is actually very rare. Nice. If I wanted to, I could just craft the Fangs, but these do have other uses yet again, which is slightly irritating. Well, I'm going to keep going. I still got to get the other 2 items anyway. Crab, nothing. Crab, nothing. Dragon, dragon scale. Dragon, dragon scale. Crab, nothing. Dragon, nothing. Crab, a book. Crab, crab meat. Crab, nothing. Dragon, nothing. Crab, nothing. Dragon, scales. Dragon, a book. Dragon. Oh my lord, another dragon bone? Okay, that's good, actually. So that allows 2 things to happen. That allows me to craft the weapon if I wanted to, and not need to get another dragon bone to max out my tyrant armor. But I still need to fight that boss anyway, so it doesn't really prove helpful to buy the weapon yet. I didn't actually truly realize, not fully at least, that the steel armor is actually very expensive. I keep forgetting how expensive it is for no reason because it sucks. I almost don't want to make it, but I also want to make it because it's be the only item I wouldn't have. Because yet again, missing this, this, and this. I can actually craft this right now if I just buy 2 of those. But I just kind of want to get it as a drop. And then this I can make because I have all the drops for it. And the pearls will take a while, though. I can probably find a way to AFK those. And the rest of it's tradable. But then yet again, I also needed to upgrade this hat, which is actually worthwhile upgrading. Because swords hit hard. Better damage reduction and more health with the extra dodges compared to the crab armor. So, like, it is a really good reason to upgrade this. So conflicted. I'm technically done, but I'm also nowhere near being done. Dragon. Are you kidding me? I got the cape again. Dragon. Book and scales. Dragon. Scale. Dragon. Nothing. Crab. It just rewarded me with the hunter blade because I accidentally killed someone, but I already had it. That's funny. I mean, to be fair, they aren't accepting my invites. Good way to end up dead from a rogue phoenix attack because my lord. What the heck just happened? I didn't even get on recording there. I sent 1 barrage of attacks and it like infinitely hit the enemy. Like one cycling them. What the? This server's super bugged. I got another hunter blade. What is going on? Is there like cheaters teleporting to the boss that is like glitching it out? I need to leave this server. I don't trust this one after this the boss. Well, I killed it and I got like no drops. This server's weird. Well, I'm now a proud owner of apparently 3 hunter blades. Too bad you can't have more than 1. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Scale. Dragon. Another cape. Okay. Thanks for that. I wish it substituted it for a material. Like every time you got one of those, you got Dragon Fang. Considering it's a very similar % chance, that would be nice. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. There is a few Operation Free Bubbles here. Just a few. And nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Crab. Oh, let's go. No way. Ooh, I'm so glad I stayed for this one. This crab was so bugged. I didn't even record the crab line until the very end of the boss kill because I wasn't even sure if it would do anything. Oh my gosh. Let's go. See, the server's so bugged, I reset and now I can't do anything. Should not have done that. Now, this is truly a shame because now I truly have a predicament. Let's use this axe first, then we'll go into the predicament. But oh, look at that axe though. Oh, that is insane looking. That is so nice. It doesn't get an aura though with hockey. Let's try it out. So we have our Z, which does nothing if held, but it does do a nice attack with a range at the end. We have our X. There's a dash attack with an explosion. Let's do that again to an enemy because that guy got stuck on a wall. Well, let's use this ability up close. It does 24k up close, and at range, it does 13k, so it's worth hitting up close. And then we have our X. 16k. That's pretty good. I like how it looks too. 34k for the full kill. Almost. I don't think it actually registered at the end there. Maybe it did. Yeah, no, that's not right. Awesome. Big fan. I'm glad we got it. I'm probably not going to use it for a very long time. Maybe just like when I'm doing weapon. Just like goofing off. Oh, it's not that bad either. It does take Phoenix Tears, Samurai Badges, Essence. It's not that bad. Everything here is pretty difficult to get, but if you have money, not like Robux, but like, I more of mean like Seeking Fins, then you can basically get any material that's tradable in mass. That isn't too bad. I'm not going to upgrade that though. Not yet, at least. I might go through and do a whole thing where I upgrade every single thing, but some of these things are insanely expensive. I was looking at some of them and like the cloak for the OP fruit takes Dragon Fangs. Of course it does. Everything in that update did, except for this thing, luckily, which sucks. But let's go. Okay, cool. So my predicament is this. I could be done right now if I just get these materials. I could be done. I need to get these, though, which is probably not going to be done now. Probably have to AFK these somehow, because it's the last thing I need from the bosses. But if I do that, I still have to fight that boss that drops the Dragon Fangs, because I need more Dragon Fang and bones, especially because of this, which would be the last one of 2 accessories that I do not have. The other one I'm working on yet again. I get like at minimum like 2 or 3 levels a day just from doing my quests. I'll get there eventually. So it'll be the last item I need that I can get. Also, yet again, still missing that one Christmas item. They still haven't made it tradable for some reason, despite it not being good. And I also need those materials for upgrading the stuff, because I want to upgrade this thing, and I eventually want to go through and like upgrade these, which means more bosses anyway. So I can craft it now and then get it and have wasted materials, but also be done with this video. See my problem here? So what I'm going to do, I think for the sake of the video, because this is where we're going to end anyway, if I didn't get it, we're going to go for the 100 kills. And if I don't get it before my next 25 kills, which is the only boss I'm fighting now, because I don't need to fight crabs anymore unless I wanted to make money. Crab armor, which I'm not going to spend the time doing that now, because I'd rather do the videos. You can go for profits. But if I don't get it before 100 kills, I'm just going to craft the sword and call it a day, and then just suffer in the future when I get it as a drop, whenever I'm doing more grinding for the materials. That should be fair. The pain of a YouTuber. The need to get videos out, but also the need of wanting to not waste your materials. Shall waste if our luck does not permit. Like, you know, having actual luck. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. What the heck even is this? It's a dragon, but it spawned 14,000 meters away from spawn. Like, I am nowhere near the map right now, and I'm still 8,000 out. Either an exploiter spawned it, or there's somebody just AFK'd on their boat, like, really far out when this spawned, and it just despawned. What the heck? It died? I hate this game. Dragon. Book. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Another cape. Okay. You know, that could have been, you know, a Dragon Fang. That would have been nice, but I guess not. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Another cape. Okay. And a book. Dragon. Nothing. Dragon. Scales. Dragon. Nothing. Nothing. And here we go. This should be Dragon 100. Like, ever that I fought in this game. And please imagine a cape. Dang it. Really way to end that. We also got ourselves, look at that, 100 kills. And if I scroll down far enough, yeah, there we go. We get the title for 100 kills. If you see someone with this title and they aren't using the sword, feel pity for them. I'm one of them. Cool. I could keep going, but there's 2 reasons why I'm not. First of all, these bosses take quite a long time to find. There is like dozens of minutes to sometimes up to an hour between each individual kill. Especially these last 25, because for some reason there's a lot less people setting them, or I'm just not realizing how much slower it is to find bosses when you're only looking for 1 of 4. Secondary reason is I'm a YouTuber and I have not uploaded in several days, and this is the reason. So we're ending the reason by crafting the last item we want. But okay, even though I am extremely rich, I can't just craft the item. I have to, you know, get the rest of the items. I'll get these 2 from trading. That I'll have these by the time we want to craft. But I need noir pearls, which are not tradable, but they're also a huge pain to get. Now, this might not be 100% true, and this might not be all the locations, so do keep that in mind. But there's a few locations we could find them, and I think they spawn in every 20 minutes. 1 will spawn. I'm not 100% sure how true that is, but it doesn't really matter for me. But there's one that spawns right here, which is how most people end up getting theirs. On this island, there's one that spawns here, and I think there's some that spawn over here, but I've only ever really seen this one. And everything else is at the shallow island, all the locations I know. The rest of those locations being here, underneath this one, underneath this one, where this quest NPC is, this guy over here above the pillar, and past the castle, there is one in the back right over here, underneath this one. And then the last spawn location is right here next to this like arena thing with the capture flag. That is all of the ones I know. I think that's all the ones in the game. I'm not 100% sure though, but it works well for me because you can sometimes find more than one. The pearl also only has a chance to spawn as like the correct one. Most of the time it's going to be a normal pearl, but I want the noir pearl. And we need 15 in total, so we have 6. Let's find them. And the same way I'm going to be grinding this is just, you know, random public servers. Best way to do things in this game. And here we go. The last location had one. This is a regular, and we also broke. That's also a thing that can happen. They can just break. There's another. It was a normal one. And another, and it's normal. This is gonna be so much fun. Another normal one that broke. Broken. And there we go. There's a noir. Nice. 8 more to go. Normal. Broken. Normal. Nothing. Normal. Broken. Oh, this is actually a noir pearl because there's a black one in the middle. Nice. Should I just stop clicking normal ones? I don't want to like break and like have a normal one actually be a noir pearl, but just visually doesn't look like it. Normal, broke, broken, pearl, broke, normal. Ooh, nice, a noir pearl. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna stop going for normal ones. It'll save me a little bit of time, but with how long this is gonna take, it'll stack. Like, I'm not gonna pick that one up. That's the normal one. Also, kind of pretty good at spotting them. I think they load in before the coral. Yeah, see, you can see that pearl before it even loads in. And it's a noir. Amazing. Here's another. 4 more to go. They aren't that bad. I'm just glad they don't require that many. Here's another, finally. These things take so long to find. Of course, it's all luck-based, but still. Also, I've never seen one spawn here. I don't even think it does anymore. I don't know what's going on. Here's another. 2 more to go. Oh, here's another. Finally. This is like 30 minutes to find that one. 1 more to go. And aha, the last one. Finally found one here. Yeah, now we're at 15. Also, thanks to this guy for the 20 dragon scales. And thanks for this guy for doing a Sea King to Hider Tail transfer for me. Right now, they're worth about 5, but I would definitely look up the value because last, like, update, I think they were worth, like, 3 Sea King fins per. So the value of them went up, but they're also more rare because there's less people in that area. There we go. Every item acquired. We are now proud owner of the Dragon Fangs. I hate that I had to buy those, but I'm glad we have them finally. There they are. Look at these bad boys. We have Twin Dragon Striker Z. Put a little effect if you hold it, if you let go. Nice little ranged attack. And then we have our X ability. That is cool. I like that. Okay, 2 things I want to do with this. What does it cost to upgrade? I'm guessing fangs and bones. Why? You need so many of them. You probably need bones for the later upgrades. All right, well, let's take a look at it. So if we use our Z, 15k. That's actually good. A lot of knockback too. What if I use it at a range? Still the same. Okay, cool. So as long as it hits, it does 15k. And then we have our X. Not bad. Look at that. 26.3k in total with the entire setup. And oh, the M1 has a thing. Yes, if 4.9k like teleports to the enemy. Yeah, it does. That's quite good. I'm a fan of this. It's supposed to be really, really good for PvP, but you know, I don't PvP. But there we go. Now we are officially the proud owner of every single boss drop, but I'm nowhere near being done. For now, I'm done. For a very long time, actually. I'm probably next update, I'll pick this up again. Hopefully, they'll be tradable by then. I feel like 2 updates after the bones and fangs should be tradable, so next update would be nice. At least before update 10. Update 9 or 10, making them tradable so I could just be done. I will just buy these, and that would make me kind of happy. But that also gives the players who wanted to grind it enough time to grind it and not have to be all like, I could just buy it instead. But I'll probably pick the grind up next update because I still need to get a lot of the fangs and bones, which are the only drops that matter for me anymore from those guys. Technically crab armor too, but I mean, you know, I already have them. Crab armor is good for selling. But yeah, our collection is almost complete. The only item that we didn't technically get that we could have gotten is that really dumb set of armor that you can only get from crafting. I don't know why it's so expensive. Why is it 3 dragon fangs? Like, it literally, all it does is by default like 7% sword damage. It reduces damage from fruits specifically by 20% and then 10% more health. Like, why wouldn't you just use those points on the Abyssal Tyrant armor? I mean, come on. And you get like full reduction instead, or even crab armor. You're better off just getting that, which is much easier to get. So like, I want them to lower the price of that. It's so bad. Just make it like a really stupid like material grind challenge. You need like 20,000 iron ingots or something. I don't know. Maybe then this stuff will actually have value. I don't know. I'll get it one day yet again, just like everything else. Also, the amount of bones I need. I'm definitely not doing a video where I upgrade every item. That's not happening again because a lot of these top items wouldn't be upgraded. Not worth it. But very happy with that. That was very successful. It took me forever though. My lord.